All right, this piece has been laying there all winter long, covered in snow and rain and everything else. So let's see what we get out of it. All right, so I picked this thing up at a construction site and it felt heavy. So I'm assuming that it's hardwood, not pine. Hopefully it's not too moldy covered in this, so it looks like oak. All right. I probably missed all that, but yeah. So you never know where you can find good turning blanks from. So this is going to mess this up a little bit, but I'll cut it this thickness this way, and we'll see what we can get out of it. Okay, so when you do play around with stuff like this, you have staples here and here, and so it's right here, and then it's right here. So you want to remove those so you don't catch it with your bandsaw blade or your turning tools. Okay, so these can be a pain to get out sometimes. Where was I at? Okay, here. So I've got just a little nub sticking up. And what I'll do is, and then lever it out. So I'm getting them out. See, so what I do is I pry up a screwdriver first, and then I'll get these line pliers and then rotate over. So that gives it leverage and pulls it out. Kind of like the claw end of a hammer. Okay, so I got everything out of this side. Then there'll be pieces on the end. Okay, see, so I've actually got two staples here on the end, one here and one here. And what I do is I like to get a screwdriver in there. I'm trying to do this one-handed. But what I'm trying to get at is right here. Dig a corner in, see, I got it to lift out. I'll see if I can get it to reverse the other way. It didn't go. So once you have this piece out here, you would be tempted to just pull like this, but it'll typically just snap off. So like I said, you get it and then you lever it out. It comes out really easy that way. So what these guys do is when they wrap stuff, it's just like on the side of a house. They got that impact stapler and they just bam, 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 bam. So okay. Just because reclaiming pallet wood is cheap doesn't mean it's always easy. You know, you gotta put in a little bit of work. Nothing's for free. You trade in a little bit of work for something that's monetarily free. It's easier to just get a good grip, and a lot of times too, if you can, yanking on this will loosen up the staples. Oh, it's stubborn. Come on, man. Oh, this stuff's really knotted up in there. Okay, well, maybe it's open enough to get in there with the screwdriver. We had another one up here. That's dug in deep. Well, yeah, I can work with that. It's probably red oak, but that's still a nice, you know, that 2.5 maybe? Two by two, 2.5. Just a piece of pallet wood that I found on the ground. I'll take it. This is pallet wood from Ford, and it's like a 2.5 by 4, maybe 3 by 4. This one's a little bit taller than the last one was. About the same thickness. Nail holes are unfortunate because they go pretty deep. I guess I'll look at the wood. I think this right here is where the pit was. So we might want to cut that section off. Yeah, it's the pit. There's a little bit of not bark in there, so we'll cut that off. My cut work towards the end gets a little bit shoddy. But, oh man, we got us some maple. That's nice. Yeah, I want to get rid of this pit area more than not. Well, friends, you know what these are going to be? Honey dippers. Tops, maybe. A little bit smaller tops, maybe. I don't know. They might work. Only one way to find out. I'm curious to see how deep these nails go through.